Cheers to everyone for watching. My name is Mitchell. You're watching a vlog right now. This is a vlog of everything that kind of happened in September, what meant most to me then. Um, kind of recapping a bit of the big musical highlights for my September too. It's really low key. I'm not trying to make too much, I'm not going to put too much stock into the editing. I'm not going to throw up like big graphics and stuff, but it's just me. Stuff that happened. Polaris happened. The Polaris Music Prize happened, like, I think the second or third weekend of September. The third weekend. And Jeremy Dutcher won the Polaris Music Prize for his album Walasakia Glintu Wakinawa. I've been seeing it. Actually, it's been complicated. So, Jeremy won. I'm really happy that he did. I thought he had the most beautiful album. Definitely the most original out of everything on the shortlist. And he's been receiving a whole lot of attention internationally because of it. Most notably from CBC, and I've been seeing a lot from NPR as well, which is really cool. But the thing is that I'm not seeing people say the actual title's name. It's tough, I know, but I think it's just something that I'm a little picky on, because it could, I don't know, I think but I also think it's like an accessibility issue. Like, I know when I had first seen the title name, I had saved, I didn't want to listen to it until like I felt I had to, so it ended up being the last album that I heard. So I think it'll be more complicated because, maybe because there's not a whole lot of like inner representation of what Jeremy had done. He'll go down as a figure, maybe, unless he comes back with a little bit more of an accessible project as like a better starting point to dive into his works. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Either way, I'm really happy that Jeremy won. I did have the Snotty Nose Reds because it's my number one pick. But between me putting up my top 10 video and the Polaris Music Prize night, there was like 3 days or something, I had given the album another listen, and I felt a little bit differently than I had previously. I was giving a whole lot of high praise, comparing it to like my favorite Outkast and Kendrick Lamar albums, and I mean, like, there are definitely a lot of improvements, a lot of like not so exciting moments that I had kind of found on my my other listen that I gave it. The hooks aren't like too, they could be worked up a little bit. Like, it's still a good album to listen to, still really creative and conceptual. I feel like it kind of, like, after experiencing The Average Savage again, probably could have knocked it down the list a couple more. And then like have Jeremy's be the top one, but I'm still happy. No regrets. It's just album experiences and moods and how you enjoy things, so it's all good. Let's talk about my videos for a bit. So I'll preface this by saying that the first 2 weeks of September, I was working overtime at my warehouse. It's a big emphasis and sale point on the back to school season. So yeah, I was just working a lot, trying to just, like, I don't know, commit to doing the overtime and stuff, and I was working pretty much 10 hours per day, which was fine. I definitely had a bit of time to think about music and put some videos and stuff, but I wasn't doing anything else other than that for those 2 weeks. That was taking up the majority of my time. So because of that, I'd only put up maybe 2. I forget which ones. I know the Polaris was right after those 2 weeks were done. But the one I put up just before, either The Healing or Great Lake Swimmers, I had definitely just didn't have enough time to put up more videos. I put stock into listening and writing and stuff. So that's kind of why I have 5 plus this one video put up for September. Things have been going good though for the last 2 weeks. Just spent mornings working on the videos and then the afternoons working the full-time jobs. So it's not too big of a concern. I do think it is, I also think that it is interesting though that I have a video that's popular. So the Dirty Nil review is getting the most attention on my channel so far. It's approaching like 80 or so. I see gains in its views each day, and I didn't expect that to happen. All I wanted from that video was to like talk about the coolest album that I had heard that week, right? It was, I put it up on the Thursday, right? And the new music came out on Friday, like 6 days before, and I knew that new music would be coming soon. So I wanted to, I wanted to like choose carefully which album I think got me the most excited and something the most to talk about. Because there were a lot of albums that were released that week, like Dilly Dallies and Stephen Page's and Monster Trucks and Bob Moses. So choosing the Dirty Nil, I was just like, this is a cool band. The performances are great. Let's talk about it. So I did. And yeah, that's becoming the most popular video at this point, and that's a little exciting. I mean, like, granted, I do have, like, as of this point, I do have 17 subscribers, and and the video isn't even at the 100 mark yet, but it is slowly becoming recognized. And it was kind of a cool wave to surf, to say like, hey, I'm not just getting like the 10 to 20 views on this thing, I'm getting more. So I don't know, I guess it's being shared around. I guess people, when they search up the Dirty Nil, I think my video was probably on maybe something like the search bar or something that they can search up. So that's really cool. I really appreciate how people are watching it, enjoying my videos regardless. So cheers to that. I know for October there's going to be quite a few albums being released, especially this coming weekend. Yeah, the 5th is going to be a big day. A lot of albums are going to be dropped. Not only are like significant names dropping albums, like Tokyo Police Club, Fucked Up. Both of those I'm excited to listen to, Fucked Up especially. But there's also going to be a couple of quite a few albums released by people that I know on the 5th. I know for sure that my friends in Lost in Japan and Charlie Weber, Charlie Dude, they're going to be releasing albums. I don't know anyone personally from Olivia and the Creepy Crawlies, but they've been around for quite some time in the London music scene, and they're going to be releasing something too on the 5th. I think it'd be a good idea to wrap all of those friends up into a video, just one video, where I can talk about my local scene, local friends, and just talk about their releases. Maybe like take 3-4 albums and just talk about them instead of doing them individually. I think that would mean a little bit more as a whole. I went to a few concerts last week, quite a few. Met some brilliant people there. Met a lot of people that I can just like nerd out about music to, and a lot of people, old friends that I just caught up with, and I had really good concert experiences. Went to see Five Oceans and the Sevilles. The Sevilles, though, are they were the band with the blue and pink CD that were in my other videos, my recent videos. So I went and saw them, killed it. I went and saw Tragedy Ann. Tragedy Ann had a soft album released at the beginning of September, and I wanted to go because Liv and Braden are my good friends, and had an excellent night. Got to chill at their place afterwards and just feel really good. Talk about what's happening, and I love how I can always do that with them and chill out. So yeah, I got to experience their album, and that's why I had it on the top of my dresser before the album release. That's why. Let's talk about movies. So I know that for sure that I'd seen three, maybe four movies, and I keep my movie tickets, so that's why I grabbed them. I went and saw The Nun. The Nun's really cool. I was pleased, very pleased. I went and saw Peppermint with, is it Jennifer Garner? Jennifer Garner. Really good. Good, like, crime film. Kind of tied everything up really nice. I know I'd seen Kin with Jack Rayner and this one guy, first movie, played the kid. Kin was great. I love Jack Rayner's performance. Love the idea of the road trip vibe and everything. Zoe Kravitz was cool in it. Yeah, I don't see myself watching a whole bunch of movies this month because there's going to be a lot of album releases, and I feel like I'm getting into good habits and a good mindset for making videos. I feel like I've kind of refined the how I make videos. So because of that, I feel like I'm not going to see a whole bunch of other things. I mean, like I put my stock into like concerts and family and friends, and I don't know. Watching movies, it's got to be like it's got to go in like the fun category now. From what I do with friends, so it's going to be interesting. We'll see how many I end up seeing, but see how it plays out. Usually I talk about books a little bit and what I bought, but again, it kind of goes into the same category. Reading's kind of I haven't really done so much. I think I think the overtime work schedule kind of set the tone for the rest of the month, and I just haven't made it a habit to read like at least like half hour or something each day. So I'm just still chugging, still going along with it, but it's all right either way. I think it's interesting that the season's changing kind of without me recognizing it. You know, it's overcast, feels like Britain a little bit, but warmer. So that's pretty much all I got. Last month was pretty cool. Lots of cool things to celebrate in October. And yeah, I also have my convocation. I graduate from Western and have my ceremony at the end of the month. Yeah, I also turned 22, and I have my G road test. And for those of you outside of Ontario, that's pretty much like your final driver's license. So I could potentially become just like a fully licensed driver. So cheers to getting that. And I think I have a lot of ideas. I have like a kind of idea for a concept album that I've been writing in my spare time. Just different ideas, different characters, different things. So songwriting is a little prevalent. There's like a few drops of that in the pool of my life, so that's pretty fun. But yeah, mostly I'm just listening to music, working, and sleeping, and drinking coffee. And I can't wait to make more videos and carry on with the present and the now. So that's it. Cheers for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.